Hello, mate. Hello and welcome to Sunday. But first, let's take a look at Saturday. Morning. I'm talking to you in the car because it's pissing it down, and this weather is looking pretty fucking grim for the next hour and a bit. So I've only got one option, and that's run. Run through it. Stop complaining. Get it done. Food shop has been done. It was 66 English pounds. Made me feel sick paying it. 66 quid for the pair of us, and that'll do us till Thursday. It's pretty sound in it. It does the job. Obviously, because I'm cutting, my calories a bit lower anyway, so our food shop is naturally, we both are cutting a little bit, so our food shop pricing has naturally decreased, which is always nice, saving a bit of money, because I am the tightest man on this planet. See me pretend to shut the door then. Cinema, magic. So, welcome to Sunday, the day where I'm going to go through everything that I do to set myself up for the week. Now, that involves meal prepping. That involves planning my week properly, every training session, every rep lifted, every calorie consumed. Let's get it. Time is 7 AM, and guess what? My food is already in the oven. So, the main thing that works for me and to stop me going off track is planning. And now I plan absolutely everything. Especially I'm looking at my calendar for next week. So Monday through to Monday through to Sunday, I've got 3 full body sessions, Monday, Wednesday and Friday. I've got my 4 runs, which are going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Saturday. I've got a bit of a different week this week. Normally it wouldn't be like that, but I'm away Friday to Sunday down in London. So unfortunately there'll be no, I won't be training at the gym because I can't really be asked paying for a day pass at a pure gym or whatever, but it is what it is. You don't need to know that. So I'm planning all my client sessions, so making sure that I know exactly what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. And I'm also planning all my nutrition, which I'm going to go into in just a moment. Next, the main thing that I'm going to plan, bear in mind the chicken is still in the oven with 15 minutes left to go, is I'm going to plan my nutrition for the week. Now, obviously with me being away from Friday to Sunday, I'm going to plan Monday to Thursday and then Friday morning. So that way then I know exactly what I'm eating, I know at what times. It works for me, it might not work for some people. Some people might want to just plan the dinners and the breakfast. So dinner being your second meal of the day. I'm not from down south. Making sure you're planning them, keeping those consistent just means that it makes your life a lot easier because you're not waking up in the morning thinking, oh, what do I want to eat today? Some people like that flexibility, but I can't have that flexibility. If I have that flexibility, I will take the piss with it. I need to be rigid, especially through Monday through to Friday, and give myself a little bit more leeway on the weekends. But yeah, I'll drop the camera then. Let's go and plan my nutrition for the week. My nutrition has been planned for next week using the app that I use. Breakfast is going to be some Greek yogurt, some oats and some raisins, and my dinner is going to be a sriracha chicken salad with oh my god, like a spicy mayo, sort of like it's a spicy peanut mayo thing. I got it, it's in the fridge in there. It's pretty nice to be fair. So again, really high in protein, relatively low in carbs. Obviously at the minute I'm on poverty calories and it's fine. I'm just dealing with it. I'm getting down to between 82 to 84 kg and then sort of rebuilding from there. I want to basically just try and strip off as much body fat as possible. I found that eating less calories as well has had probably a better impact on my stomach. My run yesterday was unfortunately cut short. Yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare to be quite honest with you. I was cruising and then I wasn't cruising because it all went tits up. My second meal of the day is basically a smoothie consisting of foods that digest well with me. Trying to increase my fruit intake. For some reason, it seems to be that veg seems to have a bit of a. It can go either way, so I don't really consume too much vegetables to try and get a lot of my micronutrients from fruit. But that's usually skia, frozen banana, frozen blueberries, frozen spinach, and just whack it all in the blender. Press the button, and then there we go. So that is consistent across the week, Monday through to. Well, obviously this week it's Thursday, but that's consistent across the week. Breakfast, dinner is always the same for me. So let's go through my teas this week. So on Monday, so that's tomorrow, we're gonna have a sort of like a spicy chicken sausage rice, with like a creamy peanut sauce. It's length, to be fair. It's fucking well nice. I'm not a bad chef, you know. Like, typically, I'll just eat ingredients if Megan's in work, but when she's off work, I will actually have like a decent tea. Tuesday and Wednesday is going to be the same thing. We're going to have lean beef mince, jasmine rice, some peppers, and then some minted peas as well. A bit dead easy to make. Whack it all in the pan. I'll double that up, so I'll make 2 portions of that, and then eat that again on Wednesday evening. Then Thursday, so my final meal of this week that I've planned in so far is going to be some lean beef mince, formed into like meatballs with like garlic, onion, and some chili flakes, and then some sweet potato mash, some peas, some green beans, and a bit of gravy as well, because that is honestly one of my favourite meals. There we go. That's my entire week. Well, I'm going to say it's my entire week for intents and purposes. That's my entire week planned. Like that. The chicken has still got 10 minutes left. So in total, what's that took me? About 15 minutes so far, give or take. We'll call it 20 to plan my entire week. Now, that's the easy part. Sticking to it is the hard part. There's no getting away from that. But I don't have to make that decision now. I don't have to think, what am I going to eat on Monday? What am I going to eat on Tuesday? What am I going to eat on Wednesday? I don't have to think about that. And that is done from start to finish. That took, in terms of the chicken being in the oven, 40 minutes. In that time, I've walked the dog quickly to go and let her do a business first thing in the morning. I planned my nutrition for the week. I planned all of my training sessions for the week. I planned a lot of my tasks for work, sort of like Monday through to Friday. I've now portioned up the chicken, and I'm going to leave it to cool over the next 10 minutes or so before popping it back into the fridge. That is it, done. That's took me 45 minutes to set me up for the week, if that. It probably even less than that, to be fair. That's 45 minutes. Down, last like that. To box my entire week off. Now, what have I got on for the rest of the week? On a Sunday, I'll process all my check-ins for my clients, so making sure that we know exactly what we're doing across the week. We're set up for a good week. I always do this on a Sunday, just so I can make sure that, let me just put my password in there, so I can make sure that everyone's boxed, ready to go for the week. Everyone's checked in for me, so I'm going to get all these processed now. And that's pretty much all we've got to do in terms of Sunday, in terms of work. So it's not too bad, not like the most intense day. Then we've got, across this day in terms of the goals, I've got 10k steps to do, which should be pretty easy across like 2 or 3 dog walks across the day. I've got a dead easy pace zone 2 erg session, nothing top end, just sort of like you say, get myself spinning, get the heart rate up. I'll probably do ski and row. I'll probably leave the bike because the legs do feel a little bit fatigued. I'm going to do some stretching later on. I've had a bit of like a tweak in like the bottom of my hamstring on the right hand side. It felt alright when I ran yesterday, to be fair, but I just want to keep on top of it, make sure that we're still cooking with gas in terms of our running. But yeah, time to process check-ins now for the boys. Let's make sure that everyone knows what we're doing for this week. Hello mate, hope we're good. And we're ready to go. Welcome to your weekly check-in. So I'm going to keep it nice, short and concise and sweet for this week for us. Overall, obviously the first week into our brand new training plan, we was at an average of 63 kg across the week. And that brings to an end my Sunday. The time is 12:30. My dinner is in the air fryer. I've got some chicken thigh and a bit of salad. That's it. That's my Sunday. Everything's prepared for the week. My nutrition is boxed. My training is boxed as to when I'm going to be doing it. All I've got to do now is the hard part of actually sticking to it. God forbid that you actually have to do a bit. But yeah, that is pretty much what I do every single Sunday. If I don't do it, then I do fall off, and I find that I really struggle with ticking the boxes when I've not got it completely planned out, because I'm sort of reacting to things rather than being, right, I know what I'm doing at this time, on this day. So yeah, going to be next week is going to be 3 full body sessions, 4 runs, and then 2 little added bits of cardio here and there, which is mainly going to be on the bike, and then a mixed erg session on Sunday. I'm going to eat my dinner now, drive to the gym, and then we're going to do some cardio. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you later.